What do you first think when you see an African American man shot in the head by a police officer? Do you think he probably deserved that and walk away? Or do you look to the side and see the African American man's wife and children who are staring and sobbing at their beloved family member's death? Then, would you think, what did he do to deserve this? There is a movement known as the Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is the movement of people of all ethnicities who are against the shootings of black people by police. We believe that every ethnicity is equal, and it's not right to just shoot African Americans. Well, it's not right to shoot anyone if they're not armed, if they didn't do anything wrong. The USA is the land of the free and the equal. Now, we're going back to the early 1900s where black people were treated so poorly. I'm sure no one wants that to happen again. Every other week, an African American man is killed by police. And even then, African American men, and sometimes even kids, are killed by police about twice as much as other Americans. Just take a moment to think about this. A white man commits a crime, maybe murder or robbery. The media would think, oh, he's doing it because he has a reason to. There's nothing to really worry about. But if a black man were to commit a crime, the media would say, oh, he's black. By this point, every African American is going to commit a crime. Everyone is going to be a criminal. Is it really a surprise to hear that? But this is just not true. Not all African Americans are criminals. Yes, many of them have committed crimes, but you can't just expect all of them to be armed and ready to commit a crime.
The point that Black Lives Matter is making is that there are a disproportionate number of black lives that are being taken at the hands of police, and I think that's why the slogan, that's why the cover story is called Black Lives Matter.
I would say that the movement for Black Lives and Black Lives Matter have already had a huge political effect on us already. I mean, the conversation around race is been elevated to a level that we haven't seen in so long.
So have you ever heard about the Black Lives Matter movement?
Yeah.
What is your opinion on it?
I think that there's a lot of positive going on with it. It's a movement that has brought out only a lot of good in the world, but also a lot of bad, unfortunately, because there's a lot of people, sadly, in the world that don't share the same values as the people who are with Black Lives Matter. But I think a lot of good has come with it, and we need to acknowledge that and the room for improvement in our world.
Why do you think there are so many shootings on African Americans?
I don't know, violence is at an all-time high, and unfortunately a lot is hate crimes against African Americans, and I don't know why it's happening. I don't think there's a straight up answer to that. Unfortunately, a lot of times it's they're just targets. It's someone that gets in the line of fire, unfortunately. It shouldn't happen, but it does.
How would you end up feeling if one of your family members were shot?
I'd be heartbroken. I mean, death is never easy, and to have it happen in such a horrible, brutal way like that would be really hard. And I mean, it has been in my family before. Ever since I was little, the first time was when I was in 8th grade to my older cousin that was only a few years older than me, and we grew up really close, so it has affected me, but I was younger then, and seeing how the world has come, what it has come to now, and I'm more grown up, and I'm more I have more of a stance on it, so it'd be much harder dealing with that now.
And how serious do you think this case is or would grow to be?
It is serious. It's very serious. It's only getting more serious by the day and by every incident that happens with either Black Lives Matter with regular people on the street or with police brutality. It's horrible. It's getting worse in the fact that it's still happening. Anything that's ongoing, it seems worse to me. But it's in the light more, and it's being talked about more, and it's being addressed more, which it should be, because any issue like that makes someone uncomfortable just by the color of their skin is horrible.